You guys, I just had the best video. It was such a good video. I just did this amazing video on 2022 Topps Bowman Chrome X, and it didn't have any sound. So let me tell you about Bowman Chrome X. So I was able to add 9,762 boxes to my cart. So you see the 5 count, that's a case. That's not 175, that's 1,757. And then 977 single boxes. Yeah. So I think they probably had 2,000 of the 5 count cases and then 1,000 single boxes. That what makes sense to me. That's a lot of boxes. So historically, the base have always been to 31. The first year in 2019, they made 3,100 boxes, but it was on StockX, and it was like this IPO, and you had to bid, and it was just stupid. But there were 3,100 boxes guaranteed. They had 1,100 boxes available for single boxes, and they had 2,000 available in case form. 400 cases. In 2019, that was the first year. In 2020, they did it again, and this time they added some boxes. They still made it 31 for the base, but in 2019 they added gold and red. They switched it where red was the 1 of 1 and gold was to 3, which was dumb, but that's how they did it in 2020. And then in 2021 they took it off of StockX, and they didn't use PSA. If you remember, PSA was backed up to the moon at the time, so they did not use PSA. Instead, they just put them in the little one touches, and they added autographs. So the most they've ever had is 3,570 boxes. That's it. 3,570 boxes. It's a 100-card checklist. It's been a 100-card checklist every year. It's 100 again this year. Usually it's 30-odd rookies and then 60-odd prospects. Most of the prospects will be first, but not all of them. And then, of course, the rookies, there's not always the greatest rookies. And then the autographs. So this year's checklist is very good, but there's still a bunch of duds. They added orange this year, right? Orange. And then, of course, they have the red and the gold. And then they have autographs. So there's 30 rookies. It's the names you want. I mean, obviously, you want Julio. You've got a 1 in 100 chance. You've got a 1% chance of hitting Julio. Slightly better because he also has autographs, but it's basically a 1% chance of hitting Julio. But the rookies they're decent. You got Seiya Suzuki, you got Wander, you know what I mean? You got Spencer, you got O'Neal Cruz. And then your second tier guys, you also have those. So, you got and you got George Kirby, Jeremy Pena, Stephen Kwan, Cal Raleigh, Brian De La Cruz. Like, there's some really good ones. But then there's guys you probably don't want, Gabriel Arias comes to mind. Now, in 2 years, he might be the big rookie from this product. But right now, today, you don't want to pull Gabriel Arias. But the rookies, they're pretty decent. There's 30 rookies and there's 70 prospects. And there's, mostly there are first. And there's a lot of really good names on here, like Christian Vaquero, 100% probably the best name other than Julio as of this moment. Most of them are first. Some of them are guys that shouldn't be first, like Brian Acuna, who has, I think, 3 different Bowman firsts. It's ridiculous. And then there are a few people that do not have first. You start about here, I think, with Henry Davis, Khalil Watson, Colton Montgomery, James Wood. They're still solid names, Jordan Walker. Like, you'd be happy with an Ellie De La Cruz, even though it's not a first. Christian Hernandez, Jason Dominguez. There's a lot of really good names, but they're not first. So generally you want to avoid those if you can, and get one of the rookies with a first on it. Like I said, some great names. Pretty happy with it. Now the auto checklist is also good, but there are a couple names you probably don't want. They've got Bobby Witt, they've got Julio. Those are fantastic. You got the same odds, so it's not like Julio's going to be short printed. If everybody's to 5, which why wouldn't they be? That's a decent shot if you hit an auto of Julio. There are some guys maybe you don't want. I don't know. Do you really want Ryan Reckley to 5? Maybe not today. Maybe in 2 years that might be the guy. But I don't know. Some some really, really fantastic cards in here, though. The problem is that they made 3 times as many. They added orange. There's 3 times as many this year. That's a lot. So you're looking at the checklist, and you're like, if I get the wrong name, I got to rock. You know what I mean? The problem that I have is that there's no way that the boxes, the base, are numbered to 31. Absolutely none. It's not possible because there's, over 10,000 boxes. Now, the only thing that I could say is maybe they added 1 million boxes to available and just were going to sell whatever they could. But I was able to add almost 10,000 boxes to check out. And if I added an extra one, it said quantity not available. So there was actually a finite number. It wasn't, any number. If I added another single box, it said, I really could only add what I added. After that, it said quantity unavailable. I think the only way they're probably going to be able to do it is if base A are not numbered, or B, they're to 69. If base are to 69, just over double, and then orange are to 25, reds to 5, golds to 1, that would work out for 10,000 boxes. That would work out. I'm telling you, this based on the information that I have, right? I'm afraid I'll make the video and then somehow the base come out and they're at the 31, right? But based on the information I have, what you're able to add, the quantity that you could buy right now, there's no way, no possible way that the base are to 31. It's not possible. Absolutely not possible. There's about 100 copies of every base card. Of every player, not necessarily base, between the orange, the red, the gold. So, I think it's shady that Topps didn't tell people that they weren't to 31. I think that's shady. But, so let me know. I want to know a couple of things. One, would you have bought them if they were to 31? Would you still buy them if they're to 69, the base cards? And do you think it's shady for Topps not to let anybody know? Not to let anybody know that the base aren't to 31. They've always been to 31. They were 31 in 2019, 2020, 2021. This is the 4th year. And now they're not to 31. So what do you think about that? Is that something, should they have said when they sold this, hey, surprise, the base aren't to 31. They show photos of the cards. This is not an X-Fractor. It's just one of the guys on the checklist, right? They show cards, but they don't have, this isn't the actual card you'll receive because, it's an X-Fractor product, Bowman Chrome X, it's X-Fractors. Every card is an X-Fractor. What do you think? I don't know. Tell me your thoughts. I really want to know. And I tell you this, I'll reply to every comment. Okay, so as long as you're not a dick, if you leave a comment and you completely disagree with me, I got you. I will reply. I'll let you know what I think. And, I probably could see things your way, I bought some. I bought some before I did the numbers, but I bought some assuming they were to 31. Would I have bought them anyway? Probably. Yeah, I probably would have bought them anyway. So, yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate you. Talk to you later.
Make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that bell for notifications. If you enjoyed what you watched, smash the like button. And if you're looking for a great group break, remember,
he's been breaking for 10 years straight. Who knows what he'll pull today? Cheap fun breaks is the big league way.
This has been a production of CFB TV.